Hi, it's Dr. B with another Toolkit Tuesday where I share a tool from Unflappable, how smart people quit overthinking, ditch the drama, and thrive at work. Taking a little walk on a beautiful sunny day, so that's why I've got these sunglasses on. So today's topic came because I had a conversation with a client yesterday, and it got me thinking about a problem that a former client had with a coworker, boss's boss kind of thing that happened that really I thought would really benefit you if you heard this story. So what's the story? Years ago, I had a client who had a boss who was fear-based. What I mean by fear-based, everything was scary. Risk was scary. There was always the threat looming of some budget cut or some economic shift or something. And so they were very afraid of anything that would threaten the operation. So they were fear-based. Now my client saw opportunities at every corner. Sure, he saw the risks, sure he saw the problems that could happen, but what he saw most were the opportunities and possibilities and all the things that could happen if they tried to, mitigate some of the risks. So what happened in this situation was my client was called in by his boss's boss to talk about something, and my client approached it with a joy base, which is, I think that's a great idea. Here are some of the possibilities. Here are some of the risks, but here are the ways that this could go really right for us. This could be a real game changer. And so the boss's boss got really excited. He got jazzed up for it, and he was invested, and he asked him, my client, what do you need for this? What's necessary for this to take off? And so my client went through all of that, gave him all that information. Well, when his boss caught wind of this, the conversation took a very different turn. So when he recognized, when he brought this to me, he said, my boss, he didn't understand what great things I was talking to his boss about, and how this is going to be great for his career and for the operation, et cetera, et cetera. And I said, yeah, because he's fear-based. Fear-based? What do you mean? And then we went through the description, page I think 215 or 217 in Unflappable, about what a joy-based person, how they come to the world, and how a fear-based person comes to the world. Now, fear is natural and joy is natural, and joy-based people feel fear and fear-based people feel joy. But it's their orientation toward most opportunities, interactions, that really defines them as one or the other, where their baseline is. So reading up on this, I encourage you to pick up your copy if you haven't already, and go onto Amazon or onto my website and pick up your copy, and please leave me a review and share it with a colleague or friend or family member if it's been useful to you. But I go into a deeper dive on what that looks like, how you'll know who they are in your midst. And all the approaches in Unflappable help you to deal with people who have different worldviews than you. So what advice did I give to my client? Well, I told them first to recognize this difference so it didn't become personal, because oftentimes we see diversity in thinking or approaches as being at us, right? That, he doesn't trust me, he doesn't like me, he doesn't believe in me, he, whatever. And then the conflict just ravels and unravels throughout our experience. Instead, if you can see that people are just built differently, and sometimes they need different soft or hard-handed approaches. So this fear-based person, knowing that they come from fear, needs to be reassured, needs to know that he was looking at the risks, that he was appreciating the problems that could come up, that he was getting why that would be a problem. And then he could kind of relax a little bit, right? And my client could kind of take him along, and this is meet them where they are, which is another tool in the book. He could then walk him forward towards some of the opportunities. He wasn't going to change him. He wasn't going to change his orientation. He needed to recognize and to be able to anticipate how that difference could change the way that they interacted and the kind of conflicts that might come up. And that's really how you become unflappable, is reducing the personalization of these things, understanding patterns and tactics, understanding understanding people's dispositions and working with them and not against them. So again, for more tips, more tricks, please, you can follow me on social media, pick up your copy of Unflappable. If you have a need to have a coach to help you through some of this one-on-one, I'm here. And if you have a company that might benefit from these tools, which they will, please reach out to me. I do workshops and seminars and conferences. So thanks for that, and go be unflappable. Bye.